मैं तिलोत्तमा शोम हूँ और आप देख रहे हैं जनसत्ता। इस साल में एक काम मिलता था, उसके बाद 2-3 साल वेट करना पड़ता था। तो मुझे बहुत बुरा लगता था कि फिल्म बना लीजिए ना, फिर देखेंगे। फेस्टिवल के लिए है या मम्मी पापा के लिए है या दोस्तों के लिए है, यारी रोड के लिए बना रहे हैं. This is one project where I was told that this actor has a lot of followers on Instagram, so the producers are going with her.
Tillotama ji, welcome to the Express Group first.
Thank you.
And सबसे पहले आपसे जानना चाहेंगे कि आप सेटिस्फाइड हैं अपने पिछले कुछ नोटवर्दी काम से, जैसे सर है, दिल्ली क्राइम है, काम से जिन्हें ऑडियंस के साथ अवार्ड का भी रिकग्निशन मिला है?
मैं बहुत सेटिस्फाइड हूँ. मैं बहुत सेटिस्फाइड हूँ कि आई डू समथिंग दैट आई लव फॉर अ लिविंग. और ये बहुत लोगों को ऐसा मौका नहीं मिलता है कि आप कमा रहे हो और आप जिससे प्यार करते हो, जो आपकी पैशन हो, वो कुछ अलग नहीं है जिसके लिए आपको अलग टाइम निकालना पड़ेगा कि ये मेरा काम है, ये मेरा प्यार है. तो दोनों जब एक हो जाते हैं तो लगता है कि यार बहुत लकी है बंदा, यू नो. तो मैं तो बहुत सेटिस्फाइड हूँ.
2 डिकेड से आप सिनेमा से जुड़ी हुई हैं, आपको लगता है कि आपको जो है आपका ड्यू मिला है अभी तक?
जी. मिला है कि हम अभी भी यही कर रहे हैं. 20 साल ज्यादा हो गया, अभी भी यही कर रहे हैं, तो उससे बड़ी बात क्या हो सकती है. और पिछले 2-3 साल में, जो पहले 20 साल में एक काम मिलता था, उसके बाद 2-3 साल वेट करना पड़ता था. जो किरदार मिलते थे वो सपोर्टिंग रोल्स थे. 2 दिन का शूट होता था, 3 दिन का शूट होता था. उसमें लगता था कि कितनी बारीकी से हम अपना काम कर सकें जिससे वो 2 मिनट का रोल देख के हमें और एक काम मिल जाए. तो जब आपका सफर ऐसे 20 साल के लिए आपने इस तरीके से काम किया है, तो आपके अंदर मतलब आपको, आप चाहते हो ना चाहते हो, आपके अंदर एक मतलब पेशेंस जो है, वो एक चीज जो है वो आ ही जाती है. और उसका जो मतलब लॉन्ग रन में एक कोई भी आर्टिस्ट हो, उसको पेशेंस की जरूरत है, क्योंकि ये काम ही ऐसा है. तो अब जब पिछले 3 साल से इतना काम मिल रहा है और हम मतलब, तब मुझे लगता है कि ये और मतलब निजी जिंदगी में भी, ये कोविड के दौरान जो कितने लोग, कितने दोस्त, फैमिली मेंबर्स, मतलब जो हुआ, जो तबाही मची, और पर्सनल निजी लाइफ में भी, जब मेरी माँ कैंसर के साथ उनका जो बैटल रहा है 2019 से, ये सब चीजें मिला के ना, पीछे मतलब एक तो है कि पर्सनल लाइफ में लोगों को देख के, कि मतलब जो लोगों के लाइफ में जिससे हम गुजरे हैं, वो for some strange reason coincided with me getting a lot of work, because Sir released during, right after the pandemic. And I was at that time, completely devoted to taking care of my parents. And I think the universe really gifted me plenty. Really, जैसे होता है कि मतलब कि आपको क्या चाहिए, यही चाहिए, मैं आपको ये दे दूँ और भी ज्यादा. आपको एक काम खत्म करने के बाद आपको जानना है आपका दूसरा प्रोजेक्ट क्या है. चलिए कोई नहीं, आपका नेक्स्ट 4 प्रोजेक्ट क्या है वो भी बता देंगे आप. तो ऐसा मुझे कभी इतना मिला नहीं, और मुझे लगता है इतना मिल रहा है. वो 20 साल जो मैं मतलब जो वेट करना पड़ा ना, मुझे लगता है उसके लिए मिला. मुझे लगता है एक सेंसिटिविटी, एक दूसरे के लिए केयर, कंसिडरेशन, जो मैंने मेरी माँ में देखा कि कैंसर से जूझ रही है, सर्जरी से निकली है, तब भी उनको मतलब कॉन्शियसनेस अभी तक आया नहीं है, पर पूछ रही उनकी दोस्त कैसी है जिनका सर्जरी हुआ है, उससे फोन लगाओ, उससे बात करनी है. तो पिछले 3-4 साल उनको देख के मुझे ये लगा, ये भी मतलब उनका असर काफी रहा है मेरे ऊपर, कि how you approach life, how you approach work has become more or less, I'm trying to make it more or less the same. And yeah.
Okay. आपके काम की चॉइस काफी सिलेक्टिव और मीनिंगफुल रही है, क्या प्रोसेस है आपका इसके लिए?
ऐसा कुछ इतना कुछ माप तोल के नहीं करती हूँ, जो जो काम आता है उसमें देखती हूँ कि ये जो औरतें जो मतलब मुझे प्ले करना है, कैन आई डिफेंड देम, कैन आई स्टैंड अप फॉर देम, and can I be a worthy voice to tell their story? If I feel that instinctively, I say yes. I don't think much, and that's the character. What I have become very much more aware with age is the people I'm working with. Earlier, it would be just enough for it to be a good script. Now I'm more selective about working with good people, because it's too much time. Making a project, being part of a film, it takes a good many months of your life, and I don't want to work with people who are horrible human beings. I'd rather work on a mediocre project with good people than a great project with arrogant, egoistic people. वो थोड़ा टॉलरेंस ना, ये जो वो टॉलरेंस कम हो गया है कि मतलब काम ही सब कुछ है। नहीं, आप इंसान को कैसे ट्रीट करते हो, वो सेट का माहौल क्या है, वो बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट हो गया मेरे लिए, क्योंकि मैंने जिन एक्सपीरियंसेस में, जिन प्रोजेक्ट्स में वो अच्छा नहीं था, काम का मजा कुछ है नहीं ज्यादा उसमें।
इस सीरीज को क्यों चुना आपने? ओरिजिनल से हिंदी एडाप्टेशन में कितना डिफरेंस होगा? आपके कैरेक्टर का क्या ग्राफ है?
कैरेक्टर का क्या ग्राफ है तो मैं नहीं बता सकती, वो आपको देखना पड़ेगा। और एडेप्टेशन है तो मैंने ओरिजिनल देखा ही नहीं, क्योंकि ओरिजिनल में ओलिविया कोलमन is the actress who portrays this amazing character, and I am a huge fan of her since her very early days as an actor, and I didn't want to see it because seeing Olivia Colman, you can't unsee her performance, and I didn't want to be influenced by that. Also because I knew that the idea of an adaptation is not an imitation. So the idea of an adaptation is a British raw agent, her life, her circumstances are very different from an Indian raw agent. Na, hamara bureaucracy, hamara yahan government, how it works. So my thing was really to read the script of the adaptation and make my decision based on that. So that's what I did.
एडॉप्टेड वर्जन पर सीरीज मूवीज बनाने का क्या रीजन रहता है? ओरिजिनल कंटेंट के बारे में आपका क्या ओपिनियन है?
इसमें कोई ओपिनियन नहीं है, क्योंकि आई एम नॉट अ राइटर. The day I can write my own work, I will answer a question. I think it is original work is when you work with on a project with a writer who is also the creator, there's tremendous control that they have, because they're writing even on set if something doesn't work. So there is a great plus to that, and there are many successful examples of adaptations as well. I think it eventually comes down to the execution. Such is the medium. It's not, you can't make some rules ki adaptation ye hai, original ye hai. I mean that there are many adaptations that are far more compelling than sometimes the original, because of the maker's eye or the timing, the context. When the work comes out.
आप इंटरनेशनल फिल्म फेस्टिवल भी अटेंड किए हैं, कुछ में आप जूरी भी रही हैं। इंडियन कंटेंट को इंटरनेशनल लेवल पर किस नज़रिए में देखती हैं आप, और पिछले कुछ सालों में आपने इस नज़रिए में कितना बदलाव देखा है?
देखिए, हमारे जैसे एक्टर्स जो इस इंडस्ट्री में हैं, क्योंकि हमने इंडिपेंडेंट फिल्म्स किए, और वो इंडिपेंडेंट फिल्म्स ज़्यादातर इंडिया में रिलीज होती नहीं थी, वो सिर्फ फिल्म फेस्टिवल्स में ही दर्शाया जाता था, और अगर फिल्म फेस्टिवल में स्क्रीनिंग के बाद रिस्पांस अच्छा हुआ तो इंटरनेशनल डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन मिला। मेरे काफ़ी ऐसे फिल्म्स हैं जो इंडिया में रिलीज नहीं हुई है, पर बहुत सारे कंट्रीज में रिलीज हुई हैं। तो one could sustain one's career as an actor because of these film festivals. Filmmakers could tell the story because those film festivals allowed stories which didn't have stars to have an audience. Today, with OTT acquiring such films and projects, things have changed, But for me, I owe so much. I owe so much to those platforms at a time when my when my own country didn't see my work. It was thanks to those film festivals, international film festivals, that we survived. And today, to see that both are happening, there is, that. In fact, it's almost nice to see that a filmmaker can tell their story and find an audience without even having to go to a film festival. That it's a choice. पहले होता था ना कि जब फिल्म प्रोजेक्ट आती थी तो बोलते थे कि ये फेस्टिवल के लिए बना रहे हैं, तो मुझे बहुत बुरा लगता था कि फिल्म बना लीजिए ना, फिर देखेंगे फेस्टिवल के लिए है या मम्मी पापा के लिए है या दोस्तों के लिए है, यारी रोड के लिए बना रहे हैं, फिल्म बना लीजिए पहले।
तो आपने अलग अलग लैंग्वेजेस मीडियम में भी काम किया है, इंटरनेशनल कोलैबोरेशन में भी काम किया है। इंडियन सेंसिबिलिटीज वर्क स्टाइल से कितना डिफरेंस आपको लगता है?
I don't see the difference like that. The difference lies in the eye of the director and the maker and the crew that they put together. So that is the difference. It's not about Indian and international. You can be Indian and think very globally. You can be international and think very locally. So the difference is not in that. The difference is really being the filmmaker's voice and their vision and their crew. I think that is really, as I grow older, I realize that a leader is as good as the people that he or she surrounds themselves with. So a good director, a good showrunner carefully handpicks their team, because at the end of the day, this is a director's medium, but at the end of the day, all those people have to come together for something to work. And when that happens, then we can all fly, we can all really do our best. So I think when I get a sense that the team is really tight, then working becomes a real pleasure, and that has nothing to do with whether it's international or.
किन एक्टर्स के साथ आपका एसोसिएशन यादगार रहा है? मोस्ट वर्सेटाइल को एक्टर कौन रहा है आपके लिए, और आपकी ग्रोथ और आपका ग्रोथ का क्या अवसर रहा है?
I think directors have had a huge influence on my work. Their various styles, like Meera Nair's style was so different from Dibakars and so different from Anu Singh's, who changed my life with Kissa, the kind of tools that he gave me. Or when I worked with Coco, it was Konkana, her process. So with each process, with each filmmaker, you gather new tools which you can use in other projects, like the gifts that you get, from each director. And those have had a more powerful, long-lasting influence on me than co-actors, because I really genuinely believe that film is a director's medium. And but of the actors I have worked with, goes without saying that Irfan has had a profound impact on my life, not just as an actor but as a human being. And it is what he has given me. I don't think I understood the value of it as much, but with each passing day, I understand more and more, and I feel more and more thankful that he gave me so much, and his work, his body of work, has given all of us so much. The opportunity to work with him, especially in give me the strength to continue working in this industry. न्यू
एक्टर्स की बात की जाए तो आपको सबसे ज्यादा प्रॉमिसिंग क्या लगता है? किसको मानती हैं आप?
Like there's so many. मतलब किसको
आप
promise.
आदित्य रॉय कपूर के साथ भी काम कर चुकी हैं अभी इस
Yes,
फिल्म में।
he's absolutely wonderful. Like I've worked with his brother Kunal before, and then I worked with him, and they both have like sometimes when Aditya would smile, I would think of Kunal, and such a wonderful, such wonderful boys, you know. And then I had the privilege of meeting his mother, who is absolutely radiant, and it's really wonderful, really wonderful. And I am very, very lucky that there's this whole, so many wonderful young actors and actors of our generation who have got an opportunity to work ever since the OTT platforms began. They come from no tantrums, and they come from a very mostly a middle class upbringing of and hardworking and realistic, and it's really nice to work without any fuss and collaborate with people who we work as equals, and it's a very nice environment. It's a very exciting environment to have co-actors who are as passionate about the work as you are and not taking it for granted,
तिलोत्तमा जी, अनिल कपूर के साथ भी आपने इस पर काम किया है, तो अनिल कपूर कैसे हैं? और मतलब कि एज ए को एक्टर हमने बहुत सुना है कि मतलब वो काफी पॉजिटिव रहते हैं अपने लाइंस को लेके या अपने उसको लेके, मतलब कि वो काफी ज्यादा, मतलब कि वो अपने इम्प्रोवाइजेशन को लेके काफी ज्यादा पॉजिटिव रहते हैं मतलब।
Oh, I don't know. I didn't experience that at all.
Okay.
He was most open, most charming, and even before the day I arrived on set, quite a few people told me that he wanted to meet me and Shashwato, that he has been waiting to meet us. He made his affection and curiosity about us very, very clear, and wanted feedback on how he was performing. And I was really taken in by his lack of arrogance, and being the star that he is for so many years, It's not just being a star, he's just been at it for so long. The longevity of his career. How is he so youthful? And I really wanted to know, because when I met him, it's not just genetics, that he looks young. People can look young but be really old and cynical from inside. He's not. He's very youthful. And I wanted to know what makes him that. And when I started interacting with him, I realized he was so curious about people. He wanted to know about our process, our background, who we were, what we were doing, why we were doing it, what we are watching, what we are thinking. And Shashwato, he made it so clear that he wanted to know from Shashwato and me. And, we never worked with him before. We don't have the similar social. So even in fact, after the show, shooting was over. Like now, when promotion started, I was shooting for something else. He was the only person who kept messaging me, asking me where I was, what I was doing, when I was coming back. Why? This is what makes him young. I didn't think of him as possessive or, he let me do what I had to do. We had, very few scenes together. But in what we did, there was a crucial scene. He was I wouldn't use possessive at all, actually. It would be, that's not my experience of him. I found him quite open and gracious.
मैम, OTT इवोल्यूशन की बात की जाए तो आप कितना बेनिफिशियल मानती हैं, और क्या आपको लगता है कि हम लोग थिएटर और OTT के बीच में आर्ग्यूमेंट कैसे देखती हैं आप?
मुझे इस सवाल में कोई इंटरेस्ट ही नहीं,
ठीक है,
बिकॉज मेरा काम है to be part of stories. I want to tell stories. I feel very fortunate. I'm in love with what I do, and I want to work with people who love what they do. I don't want to get into any kind of arguments about OTT versus theatre, and I think it's a difficult time. The pandemic, hit the industry in a way that it has to recover from, and it will find its way, and both theatrical releases, OTT releases have their own importance. I don't understand the commerce of it. I don't intend to focus on that. If a certain work of mine gets a theatrical release, great. If it's on OTT, great. My job, my performance, my preparation, my dedication to the project, my attitude will not change based on whether it's theatrical or कोई different preparation नहीं होती उसके लिए.
अच्छा. सोशल मीडिया पर आप कड़ा रुख भी ले लेती हैं, आज के समय में कितना जरूरी है आपके ऊपर?
देखिए अभी क्या है, हमारे कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स में लिखा हुआ है कि सोशल मीडिया द पीपल help the film and promoting the film on social media. So earlier I was not on social media, and it was something that I had to do for a project many years ago when it's, it was part of my contract. So I signed on to social media so that I can work. And I don't think about it much more than that. Only once in my life have I lost a film because to an actor who had more Instagram followers than I had. And I didn't even have Instagram at that time. I had only Facebook. And this one project where I was told that this actor has a lot of followers on Instagram, so the producers are going with her. मुझे इतना गुस्सा आया कि that day I opened an Instagram account. Okay. And when I had 100 followers, I called up my director and said, I have 100 followers, आप please ले लीजिए मुझे. तो मुझे पता था नहीं होगा. But and it hurt me at that point of time, that how can we decide based on how many followers we have, but now I genuinely feel that while for maybe certain parts that can be a criteria, but for the kind of work I'm getting, I don't think they care.
मैम आपके फ्यूचर प्रोजेक्ट्स क्या हैं, कुछ उसके बारे में बताना चाहेंगे?
I am not allowed to say anything, but I can tell you the 3 projects that are coming on Netflix, one on Amazon and a Night Manager on Hotstar.
Okay.
And I start an independent film, the shooting of which starts in February 22nd, and I'm very excited about that.
Okay. And ma'am, क्या मैसेज देना चाहेंगे अपने फैंस को, जो आपको और ज़्यादा देखना चाहते हैं फिल्मों में, सीरीज में, हर जगह पे?
I am trying my best. I just would like to tell you all that thanks to all your support and for watching my work. Today I'm in a place where I have worked really hard the last 2 years, and thank you for your support, and I hope you enjoy watching Night Manager, and I look forward to hearing what you think.